The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the next 3 weeks, October 27th to November 14th, reveal that Steffy Forrester Finnegan may go on the hunt for information, while Hope Logan sounds the alarm. Ridge Forrester will also smell trouble, so here's what B&B's cooking up. The week of October 27 to 31st will deliver some reunion happiness for Hope, Liam Spencer, and Beth Spencer. It looks like Liam will lock in a speedy engagement to Hope before they leave Beth ecstatic over the news. As for Taylor Hayes, she'll let the lines blur between patient and potential lover. Deacon Sharp's next therapy session will take an intense turn, so he'll insist Taylor deserves better than Ridge and find himself drawn to her lips. During a Hope for the Future team meeting in the showroom, Deke Sharp will want to introduce Remy Price to everyone. That'll be a problem, since Deke doesn't realize Remy stalked Electra Forrester and created deepfake photos that derailed her life. Of course, Electra will be quick to let Deke know exactly what Remy is capable of. The same goes for Ivy Forrester, who'll be part of these scenes along with Hope and Daphne Rose. Hope will no doubt sound the alarm to Deke about Remy being a dangerous troublemaker and push her brother to put Remy behind him. Deke will likely dump Remy, but getting over him may not be so easy. During the week of November 3 to 7, Remy will beg Deke to understand that he just wants a clean slate. Although Remy made big mistakes, he'll want a chance to prove he's turned his life around. Deke won't be so sure, considering Remy was friends with Luna Nozawa not too long ago. Even so, part of Deke may still love and want Remy. It could help Deke understand Deacon's perspective a bit better when it comes to Sheila Sharp. Speaking of Sheila, she might hope this Remy situation could work in her favor. Sheila might try to convince Deke to take Remy back in hopes that it'll convince Deacon to take her back too. As for Steffy, she may sense that Taylor is hiding something. Steffy knows her mom awfully well, so she may go on the hunt for information and try to get to the bottom of things. Will Steffy get the feeling that sparks have been flying between Taylor and Deacon? Ridge may also smell trouble and eventually figure out Deacon is crushing on Taylor hard. That could lead to Ridge warning Deacon to back off, especially when Taylor's vulnerable after a broken engagement. Carter Walton will inevitably get updates on Liam and Hope's wedding plans, but he'll focus on showering Daphne with attention. That could lead to a grand gesture or two by the time the week of November 10-14 rolls around. Carter knows Daphne isn't one of his typical damsels in distress, but she may appreciate him being Prince Charming anyway. We'll see Carter woo Daphne, and presumably let passion erupt with her in the not-too-distant future. Back with Hope, she'll have a lot on her plate between fashion show prep and gearing up for her nuptials with Liam. Hope will also keep weighing in on Deke and Deacon's love lives, so she'll have plenty of projects to tackle. Despite Luna's desire to get cozy at Bill Spencer's mansion again, he'll want to rid the place of her evil instead. Former Big Brother winner Rachel Riley will step back into her role as Rachel the bikini bar server, though this time she'll also do spiritual cleansings on the side. Rachel will serve as an energy healer in Bill's home, so she'll have some intriguing scenes with Bill, Liam, and Katie Logan on November 13th and November 14th. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers say the next 3 weeks will bring some shockers and shakeups, so stay tuned for all the excitement. As the episode began, Hope was at Forrester Creations, busily accessorizing a model, with Brooke on the sidelines, nodding yay or nay to her choices. When Liam texted, Brooke encouraged her daughter to run along to him and keep an open mind and heart. "We both know you love Liam," she said. When Donna came into the showroom, she and her sister speculated about whether Hope and Liam were making up for lost time since his brain tumor was revealed to have been, well, non-existent. Then, for anyone who didn't know, Brooke clarified Hope's feelings for Liam. Got it. So now we all knew. Alone with Hope at Brooke's, Liam said that spending time together with her Beth as a family meant as much to him as it did to their daughter. "I know what I want from the rest of my life," he said, gearing up to pop the question, "and who I want to spend it with." As they sat, Liam recalled that it was in that very room that Hope had figured out that he was dying, in air quotes. The brain tumor had been bogus, but the feelings surrounding that near miss had been real. He then reminded Hope that she'd promised to be with him till the bitter end. Now that he no longer had one foot in the grave, did the offer still stand? From there, Liam recapped a bit, and Hope assured him that she'd always love him. "Every day without you feels wasted," he said. "I've put you through a lot. I know that. And all I can do is promise that you will never have to question my commitment to you again." With that, he pulled out an engagement ring. "What do you say yes, and instantly make me the happiest man on the planet?" Was there any doubt that Hope would say yes? "Thank you for giving me the chance to be your husband again," Liam told her. "Here's hoping the fourth time will be the charm for these two." At the apartment above Il Giardino, Lee popped in to see Sheila. They were both surprised that the doc hadn't yet been fired from the hospital, especially with Bill gunning for her. Talk then turned to Sheila's marital problems and the fact that Deacon was being counseled by Taylor. Given all the history involved, Lee was shocked that the shrink had taken on Deacon as a client. "If anyone can get to his heart," Sheila said, "it's Taylor." Ha, if she only knew. Later, Sheila recalled seeing her husband embracing his therapist. Was that what Lee called her unique way of touching her patients? As the episode neared its end, Lee asked Sheila point-blank if she was afraid Deacon was stepping out on her with another woman. "No," Sheila said, "but it had better not be with Taylor if he strayed, that's for sure." "If they ever did anything inappropriate," the madwoman said, "I'd kill her." At Taylor's office, she marveled that Deacon had been paying attention during the care sessions, and therefore knew that he had to decide about his marriage himself. He soon turned the tables and asked Taylor how she was for a change. After all, the way he saw it, he and the shrink were both roadkill from Brook and Ridge, and how nice was it to see Taylor get to smile for a change. Deacon urged Taylor to take her pain, process it, and make room for some new joy, something bigger, better. Taylor tried to make excuses for Ridge's waffling, then admitted that this time she'd been convinced they'd be together for keeps. He just never honors his commitments. At that, Deacon took an upset Taylor in his arms and told her to let it go. The bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester may clash over Deke Sharp's designs. Will the fashion line's new direction hit a snag? Deke definitely impressed Hope after he placed his portfolio in the stack she was reviewing. Hope had been on the hunt for something exciting and fresh, but she still needed it to fit her overall vision for Hope for the future. Deke is Hope's half-brother, so he knows her pretty well and was able to anticipate exactly what she had in mind. Now that Deke's been hired, Hope is looking forward to introducing his edgier styles and giving Hope for the future a much-needed makeover. Ridge Forrester, Brooke Logan Forrester, and Carter Walton also approve of Deke's work. But how will Steffy react once she checks out his sketches? Someone has to provide some drama, so B&B may deliver it in the form of Steffy's complaints. Steffy may not agree that Deke's designs are quite right for Hope for the future. In fact, Steffy may not support reviving the line at all. It's easy to imagine Steffy trying to assign Deke another project at Forrester Creations, one that she feels would be better suited to his talent. Steffy might have another job for Deke and leave Hope fuming if she feels like Steffy's trying to steal him. Even Deke might be tempted by whatever offer Steffy might make, so that could create some conflict with Hope too. However, Hope will be determined to fight for her line and give it a chance to make a real splash in the fashion industry again. Although Hope for the Future's been out of the game for a while, this is Hope's opportunity to give it a refresh and make it a key player once more. Steffy may come around despite any griping she might do early on, especially if she likes the results of an upcoming preview. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say a fashion show will take center stage down the road, so stay tuned for updates on whether that'll lead to good news for Hope for the future. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers update for the week of October 27 to 31 reveals that Beth Spencer's wish will come true before Remy Price's secret blows up. Ivy Forrester will also get fierce after a shocker in the showroom, so let's discuss what's ahead on the CBS soap. For starters, Liam Spencer will waste no time in letting Hope Logan know exactly what he wants, and he'll hope she wants the same thing. After Liam makes a sweet speech, he'll offer up an engagement ring and insist they should get hitched again. Hope and Liam have grown a lot since the last time they were together, so they'll take those lessons into this romantic reunion. It looks like Hope will accept Liam's offer of marriage rather quickly, so it won't be long until Beth gets updates on this big development. Since Beth has been pushing her parents to tie the knot, she'll be elated to find out Liam and Hope are granting her wish. Once Hope turns her attention back to Hope for the Future's revival, she'll visit the showroom with Ivy, Electra Forrester, and Daphne Rose for a collaboration. Deke Sharp will also show up to become part of that meeting, but things will take a wrong turn when he brings Remy along. B&B spoilers say Electra will take one look at her former stalker and understandably fly into a rage. Ivy knows how awful Ivy's experience was thanks to the deepfake pics Remy created and all the other chaos he unleashed on her life. You can bet Ivy will lash out at Remy too and make it crystal clear that he's not welcome at Forrester Creations. Deke will be horrified when he learns about Remy's past, but Remy will no doubt beg for forgiveness and another chance. Of course, Hope will urge Deke to kick Remy to the curb, and considering what already happened with Luna Nozawa, Deke may indeed break things off with Remy. That doesn't mean Remy and Deke will be over for good, but Deke will at least need some time and space to mull all this over. Over with Deacon Sharp and Taylor Hayes, they'll struggle with temptation in the doc's office. Taylor and Deacon will share a moment that could take a sizzling turn if they let it. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Deacon and Taylor will both have some complex feelings to figure out, so stay tuned. Hope and Liam's engagement brings smiles, but hidden tensions and a surprising connection between Sheila and Lee simmer underneath the celebration. The bold and the beautiful's must-watch moments for Tuesday, October 28th, include Hope and Liam letting the Logan sisters know that they got engaged. Also, Lee and Sheila connect over Luna. Sheila learned that Lee secretly saved Luna, allowing the world to believe the young woman had died. Rather than tell Deacon, she chose to keep the truth buried. Once Deacon discovered Sheila's lie, he realized their marriage wasn't as solid as he hoped. Feeling betrayed, he reached out to Taylor for therapy. She tried to refuse at first, but eventually agreed to help him work through the fallout. Sheila saw Deacon and Taylor together, and she ultimately revealed that he was seeing Taylor for therapy. Meanwhile, Hope and Carter became engaged soon after seizing control of Forrester Creations from the Forresters when Steffy canceled Hope for the Future. But they mutually decided to call it off. During Liam's recovery from being shot and the fake brain tumor scare, Hope grew close to her ex again. Liam and Hope grew closer, and he asked her to get married again. She said yes. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a fabulous honeymoon in Hawaii. That's how the bold and the beautiful's Annika Noel rolls these days. Earlier this month, we reported that the CBS soap fave and John Patrick Amadori married on October 5th at the lodge at Malibu Lake, and now fans have been given a sneak peek into the couple's honeymoon. Everyday paradise, Noel shared while posting various photos and videos from North Shore, Oahu, Hawaii. Everything from shots on the beach to a view beneath the ocean as the actress and her husband floated in a cage surrounded by sharks. The beautiful scenery was breathtaking, and we especially loved the last pic of the starlit Hawaiian sky. Many soap stars jumped into the comments to send their love to the new bride, including Jacqueline McInnes Wood, who cheered, "Woohoo!" Lawrence St. Victor echoed, "Paradise," as Katrina Bowden, who just gave birth to her first child, stated, "I still think you're crazy for the shark diving, but I am impressed." A few General Hospital friends even stopped by, like Tabiana Ali, who shared, "Ah, how special and beautiful," and Jacqueline Grace Lopez added, "Love this for you two. All the biggest congrats, and we too send the couple another round of congrats as they start this new chapter in their lives. We wish Noel and Amadori a lifetime full of happiness. Hope gears up for a major fashion comeback, while Liam finally opens his heart, and Sheila stirs trouble with a stunning reveal about Deacon. The bold and the beautiful's must-watch moments for Monday, October 27th include Hope and Brooke sharing excitement over the relaunch of Hope for the Future. Later, Liam shares his true feelings for Hope. Plus, Sheila reveals that Deacon is seeing Taylor for therapy. Sheila found out AHT Lee saved Luna's life while letting everyone believe she'd died. Unfortunately, Sheila kept it a secret from Deacon. When Deacon found out that Sheila had lied to him, he immediately felt their marriage was on shaky ground. Deacon turned to Taylor for therapy, Initially, Taylor told him to look elsewhere, but she eventually decided to see him. Elsewhere, Hope and Carter got engaged shortly after they stole Forrester Creations from the Forresters because Steffy canceled Hope for the future. However, they ended their engagement amicably. The reason was that during Liam's recovery from being shot and his fake brain tumor, Hope reconnected. Carter saw their strong connection, and he realized that Hope still had feelings for her ex. Monday, October 27th, 2025 phase 9640. Brooke and Hope are excited for the relaunch of the Hope for the Future line. Sheila reveals that Deacon has been going to therapy with Taylor. Liam shares his true feelings with Hope. Carter has been single for a hot second and is already falling for Daphne. Carter just ended his engagement to Hope. Now, he's moving forward with Daphne Rose, but he needs to slow down and take a deep breath on the bold and the beautiful before he gets his heart broken again. Carter was single for a few minutes, and now he wants to move forward with Daphne. He's only picking Daphne because Hope dumped him for Liam. She refused to set a wedding date. Carter was ready to marry her the next day. Now, he's ended up with his second choice. He told Daphne that he would prove to her that he loved her after admitting that he was a loser in love with someone else. She told him that he'll have to work for it. He's going to have to prove his love to this Parisian beauty. What will happen if he can't do that? He could end up with another broken heart. Of course, it's a soap, and these couples love to move quickly. Ridge ended his engagement to Taylor and married Brooke within 24 hours. Deacon briefly separated from Sheila and is possibly locking lips with Taylor. Meanwhile, he can't figure out whether to trust his wife. Now, it appears that Carter has adopted the same approach. He hasn't learned from his past relationships with Hope, Katie, Quinn, Paris, and many others. Carter previously admitted that the reason why his relationships didn't work was that he mixed business with pleasure, but he's repeating the same mistakes, hoping to achieve different results. He needs to slow down and reflect on his love life. Carter should learn how to date and court a woman before making any promises. Of course, Carter's not the only one who needs to stay single. That goes for many of the characters, including Hope, who accepts Liam's proposal this week after being engaged to Carter. Even Annika Noel thinks Hope needs a relationship timeout. Do you agree that Carter needs to slow his roll with Daphne? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. The bold and the beautiful star. Catherine Kelly Lang just shared a very special announcement with her fans. Keep reading below for everything you need to know. KKL has a very special project, and yes, we are very excited about it. As many fans already know, Catherine is not only a great actress, but she's also a fashion designer and an icon for millions of her fans from all over the world. So it shouldn't come as a surprise that she's come up with this idea. KKL took to her Instagram account to wrote, "You've all been so supportive and enthusiastic about this fashion short film since the very first clips we shared before the summer. I had initially planned to release it in August, but as I mentioned during the summer, I decided to hold off in order to create something even bigger, a more immersive experience that truly reflects my vision," she continued. "Today, I'm thrilled to officially announce the launch of my all-new digital fan club, where all my projects will live. Inside, you'll find exclusive content, digital premieres, behind-the-scenes moments, and so much more that won't be available anywhere else. Keep an eye on my stories and the link in my bio for the official subscription link, and don't miss the full premiere of the film next Monday, October 27th, available exclusively on my fan club, MUAA." Of course, her fans had a lot to say about the matter. Some even commented with, "Love this so much, Catherine. Thank you for sharing this. You look absolutely gorgeous." Another fan wrote, "Love this. You are gorgeous and your energy is amazing. Looking forward to your story." And then there was this comment as well. "So excited for everyone to get to know the person behind the character more, and how incredibly brilliant you are." The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of October 27th suggest some curveballs. For one thing, Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp kiss. Liam Spencer issues a marriage proposal to Hope Logan. Plus, Will Spencer could make a big mistake with Luna Nozawa. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's kick this post off with Deacon and Taylor. Deke Sharp informed his dad about Luna Nozawa not being dead after all. Then, Deacon was furious when he learned that Sheila Carter Sharp knew after the fact, but never told him. After running off, Deacon decided to get therapy from Taylor. We know from a weekly preview clip that Deacon pressures the therapist to move on from Ridge Forrester. Then, he proposes that they move on to something new before leaning in for a kiss. It seems Deacon and Taylor could have a secret fling. Over with Liam, he just wants his family back. The man knows he has made mistakes but is determined to get another chance. Liam got some encouragement from Bill Spencer and Katie Logan. Even Will was Team Lope. Next, expect Liam to propose marriage to Hope. As she smiles in shock, Liam asks her to put their family back together again. There are also going to be some scenes featuring Beth Spencer, so I wonder if Liam will get Beth to push Hope to say yes. At Forrester Creations, expect everyone to be curious about Deke's boyfriend. The young man can't keep putting it off forever. Deke strolls into the showroom and asks his boyfriend to come meet Hope, Electra Forrester, and Daphne Rose. When Electra sees that Deke's boyfriend is Remy Price, she totally freaks out. The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for next week, also tease that Carter Walton could get even closer to Daphne. Plus, what decision will be made about Luna's baby? Electra does end up having a heart-to-heart with Ivy Forrester this week. However, could Electra decide that this baby business is just too much? Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of October 27th, 2025? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers suggest that Deacon Sharp has been seeing Taylor Hayes professionally. However, Deacon knows just how much Taylor still grieves for Ridge Forrester. Ridge had walked away from her and married Brooke Logan. Why doesn't Taylor forget Ridge and give a man who knows how to cherish her a chance? Taylor and Deacon had been close once before, but nothing became of that. However, Deacon seems determined to kiss Taylor and erase Ridge from her mind. Spoilers have suggested that Taylor and Deacon will have a hot new romance, but there is one little problem, and that would be Deacon's wife, Sheila Sharp. Deacon was furious to learn that Sheila knew that Luna Nozawa was alive and didn't tell him. This had been going on for a while now. At one point, Sheila hated Luna as much as he did. However, when Sheila learned that Luna was her granddaughter, Sheila suddenly loved Luna and didn't want to be away from her. Deacon had explained to Sheila that it was him or Luna, but she could not have them both. Deacon was worried sick about Sheila when he learned that Luna had shot her. However, Deacon was thrilled to hear that Luna had died. However, Sheila found out that Luna was alive and well and refused to abandon her. Taylor was engaged to Ridge and was planning their wedding when Ridge broke up with her and married Brooke in the same day. Taylor is still bothered by that fact that Ridge lied to her, and she doesn't feel that Ridge made their right choice when he chose Brooke. Deacon believes that Taylor should forget about Ridge and let Brooke have him. She deserves better. Deacon admits to being attracted to Taylor, and he will get closer to her. Ridge was a fool to leave her, but he wouldn't be that stupid. Deacon wants to show Taylor how things can be between them and Taylor, and Deacon cannot resist getting closer to her. Finally, Deacon will pull Taylor into his arms and kiss her. What Deacon doesn't know is that Sheila tends to show up after her and Deacon's sessions, and she will likely see their heated exchange. Does Deacon realize that danger he is putting Taylor in while Sheila still wants to be with him? Will Taylor and Deacon manage to be together despite Sheila's existence? The Bold and the Beautiful, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, suggest some curveballs. From October 27th to November 7th, fans can expect Deacon Sharp to deceive Sheila Carter Sharp. Will Spencer continues to be conflicted about the baby. That could lead to Luna Nozawa continuing her extreme freedom scheme. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Before getting to the 2-weekers, let's talk about what is coming up from October 27 to 31. Fans will see Deacon continue to feel torn when it comes to Sheila. The woman is absolutely okay with Deacon getting therapy from Taylor. She just wants to make sure that Taylor is really trying to help save her marriage. Of course, We don't see Taylor making inappropriate moves or comments. That's all Deacon. Sheila might start to get suspicious as more time goes on. We know from a weekly preview clip that Deacon urges Taylor to forget about Ridge Forrester. As he tells the therapist to try something new, he moves in for a passionate kiss. However, Taylor could stay silent for a number of reasons. One is that Deacon is her patient, and she could lose her medical license. The other is that she could be worried about what Sheila will do when she finds out the truth. Fans will also see Luna Nozawa continue to get beat up on purpose to get out of prison. Bill Spencer won't fall for it again, and even warned Will and Katie Logan. However, the mother and son are worried about the baby, so they could do something they shouldn't. During the week of November 3rd, fans will see how Hope responds to Liam's marriage proposal. While she could say yes, I wonder if her heart is really in it. Hope mentioned that Liam hasn't always been the easiest person to be with. Hope also told Brooke Logan Forrester that she just wanted to live in the moment. So, I'm not sure if marriage is on her bingo card right now. If Ridge suspects that Deacon and Taylor have a fling, he will blow up. That could cause some issues for Taylor as she is a grown woman. There is also how everyone at Forrester Creations reacts when they learn that Deke Sharp is living with Remy Price. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most in the next 2 weeks? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. Annika Noelle soaked up the sun and swam with sharks during her stunning Hawaiian honeymoon. Things may be heating back up between Hope and Liam on The Bold and the Beautiful now that she's called it quits with Carter. But off-screen, Annika Noelle's heart is exactly where it wants to be. The actress recently tied the knot and jetted off to Hawaii with her new husband for a honeymoon that looks straight out of a postcard. And judging by the photos and video she shared, the newlyweds aren't just soaking up the sun. They're swimming with sharks. Noelle shared a carousel of pictures and clips from their trip to North Shore, Oahu, on Instagram, and simply captioned it, "Everyday Paradise." The first photo showed the actress taking a selfie with her new husband, John Patrick Amadori, hilariously grabbing the distant hotel with his fingers. After that was a video in which the newlyweds were inside a shark cage just below the surface of the water, a thrilling, heart-pounding adventure as sleek sharks glide past them, making their Hawaiian honeymoon unforgettable. Other images showed the beauty and fun they had, including watching a guy carving something with a chainsaw, a cute cat, some lovely flowers, and the happy couple just enjoying themselves. Her post was immediately met with love from fellow soap stars. Lawrence St. Victor chimed in with, "Paradise!" Jacqueline McInnes Wood added, "Woohoo!" Former co-star Katrina Bowden admitted, "I still think you're crazy for the shark diving, but I'm impressed." And over in Port Charles, Tabiana Ali wrote, "Ah, how special and beautiful." Fans quickly followed with their own outpouring of congratulations, love, and plenty of heart emojis. "Oh, wow! I love this so much. Love those rings too," one fan wrote. Another added simply, "Aki." One follower gushed, "Love this for you two. All the biggest congrats." While someone else joked, "Love it just to keep Hope safe from sharks." As more fans jumped into the comments, the vibe stayed celebratory and warm. "Wow," one wrote, while another follower commented, "So beautiful, enjoy." "Absolutely amazing pictures, glad you're enjoying your honeymoon. Thanks for sharing, continue having a great trip," said another. From those who know the islands to those cheering from afar, the love poured in. "It was epic spending the day with you guys," said one. "Happy honeymoon," added another. "Enjoy," wrote one follower, and another shared, "Oh, wishing you all the happiness, sweet Annika." There appears to be a slow-burning storyline involving Deacon and Sheila's love story. This week's slow-burning storyline on The Bold and the Beautiful features Deacon and Sheila. But that could change if Deacon wants a shot with Taylor. Sheila hopes Taylor can work on their marriage, while Deacon isn't sure what to do. CBS's summary for the 2025 holiday season has already teased a slow-burning love that's still brewing. It's officially cuffing season, the time of the year when most single people feel lonely. Deacon and Sheila are feeling lonely since their tense fight. Sheila told him that Luna was still alive. The problem was that Deacon already knew. He should have heard it from Sheila first. Deacon has been discussing his marriage with Taylor. He wants to sort out where his heart should go. Deacon loves talking to Taylor, even though she's clearly there to help him, as a therapist should. Initially, the B&B spoilers hinted at a love triangle, but according to the description for the Wednesday, November 26th, Thanksgiving episode, Deacon and Sheila will be together at Il Giardino, but probably because they have to work together. Shockingly, Deacon hasn't fired Sheila yet. Maybe he knows better. She could come back to murder him in his sleep. They will host a Thanksgiving dinner with Daphne and Carter. There appears to be a plan to slowly develop this couple. Meanwhile, Deacon is caught between two women. He enjoys discussing his feelings with Taylor, but he also has a passionate and exciting relationship with Sheila. Meanwhile, B&B fans have been split on Sheila and Deacon's love story from the start. Their relationship is far from perfect. Their romance began after Sheila encouraged Deacon to kiss her, in an effort to get involved in the lives of their kids, Hope and Finn, who were becoming good friends. Deacon agreed to pretend to be Sheila's boyfriend. Over time, they developed a genuine connection. However, Deacon was hesitant to be linked to a cold-blooded killer. He should have given that a second thought before Luna entered the equation. Despite Deacon's hesitations about Sheila's criminal past, his feelings evolved into a genuine connection that led him to fall in love with her. He also believes that Sheila has changed and has no desire to kill anyone. However, that could change if Deacon ends up leaving her for Taylor. But the problem is, Sheila is back to scheming, lying, and sneaking around. She didn't tell Deacon that her granddaughter was still alive. She chose her granddaughter over him, and she's likely to do it again. This slow-burning storyline might fizzle out unless she can prove that she's changed. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say that Luna Nozawa and her new idea is probably the worst that she's ever had. That's because she is going to ask her father, Finn, to raise her baby for her, which in turn might upset the Spencer family. At this point, Luna knows that she doesn't have much of a choice, especially seeing how Bill Spencer has made it clear that she is not going to touch that baby the moment she gives birth. Of course, the Bold and the Beautiful fans had a lot to say about the matter on social media. Some even commented with what Luna thinks about who should raise her baby Carrie's weight. But Will, as the father, also has to say so, and he is not incarcerated. As I've posted previously, if Will wants custody, it's pretty much a slam dunk, but if Finn, Bill, and Katie come into, the choice is not clear. Anyway, would Steffy want to be responsible for Luna's child? I don't think so, because if and when Luna gets out of jail, Steffy's family becomes even more of a target. Another critic wrote, Will said initially he didn't want the baby. That leaves the grandparents. Katie and Bill seem kind of old, although older grandparents have raised kids. Finn and Steffy have young kids and are more than capable. Taking on Luna's baby isn't Steffy's birth control, and he's never mentioned wanting another baby with her. And then there was this comment as well. Finn has been feeling some guilt over the way Luna turned out with him not being there, and Bill's judgment has been all over the place. But of course, Steffy will take a lot of convincing for anything like that. Now, as far as what's going to happen next remains to be seen. B&B fans will simply have to tune in each and every day to find out what will happen. The Bold and the Beautiful airs weekdays on the CBS network. Check your local listings for times. It's going to be a big week in Los Angeles. The weekly The Bold and the Beautiful must-watch moments for October 27th, 31, tease that Hope is excited to relaunch her line and gets engaged. Meanwhile, Carter reacts to Hope's engagement news, and Sheila bonds with Lee over Luna, and Late reaches out to Deacon. Tune in to CBS or Paramount Plus next week to catch all the dramatic moments in Los Angeles. Brooke, Catherine Kelly Lang, and Hope, Annika Noel, are excited for the relaunch of the Hope for the Future line. Sheila, Kimberlyn Brown, reveals that Deacon, Sean Kanan, has been going to therapy with Taylor, Rebecca Budig. Liam, Scott Clifton, shares his true feelings with Hope. Sheila and Lee, Naomi Matsuda, connect over Luna. Lisa Yamada, here's what you should know. Liam and Hope tell the Logan sisters about their engagement. Liam gives Bill, Don Diamont, the good news. Hope and Deke, Harrison Cohn, talk to Deacon about Sheila with Carter, Lawrence St. Victor, Daphne, Muriel Hilaire, reacts to Hope's engagement. Sheila reaches out to Deacon. Taylor attempts to take a more clinical approach with Deacon. A mystery has been solved on The Bold and the Beautiful. And better yet, Dollar Bill Spencer has figured it out. We couldn't be more proud of good old Bill for having another mea culpa moment and catching on to Luna's game. So, that's how Luna got all bloody and bruised all those months ago. She had her cellmate rough her up a bit and was not against doing it again. Those bruises got Luna on mansion arrest, where she was able to soak up the sun, stream anything she wanted on a big screen TV, and even find her newest mark. In the end, she got a pardon, ended up presumed dead, raped a man, and is now pregnant and back behind bars. Phew, that's a lot. And guess what? She is ready for an encore. Since the baby she is carrying couldn't secure her freedom, Luna figured she'd have the same cellmate rough her up again. First, what are the odds that Luna would end up with the same cellmate in lockup? We are not even sure if this is an actual prison, because Luna was neither tried nor sentenced for any of her crimes. Second, now we know how she did it the first time. Except this time, Bill ain't fallen for it. Will fell for it at first, and Katie was as well. But Bill set them both straight because he knew exactly what Luna was up to. Luna thinks she has it made, however, so this will be interesting to watch as Luna and Bill play a little game of cat and mouse with Poppy helping. Because we all know Poppy has visions of dollar signs dancing in her head. Steffy's back, as if that wasn't obvious, as everything Steffy does has to be done with a loud grandiosity because, well, she's Steffy. And in Steffy's world, she is the queen, so don't mess with her. Finn ruined Steffy's homecoming before Steffy could even blink by telling her that Luna was alive. Okay, rewind and back up. That's essentially what Steffy said upon hearing the news. And that happy little reunion in bed had to wait because Steffy stormed right out of her little beach house and right into jail to tell Luna she better behave or else. We are not sure what the what else is, because Steffy essentially becomes helpless when Luna is around. Will she yell at her again and tell her to go away? Because that really worked out well when she tried it the first 20 times. No, Luna is not scared of Steffy one little bit. She has a baby and a rape victim to worry about, so Steffy is the last thing on her mind. Since Luna's pregnancy has already been sorest, if she gives birth during November sweeps, can we retire this character who has so very much jumped the big ol' shark? We love Lisa Yamada, so maybe Luna has a good twin out there somewhere, because Luna is well past her expiration date. According to Sheila, did anyone's jaw not drop to the floor when she asserted this to Taylor? Yes, we kinda like the kinder, gentler Sheila, and oddly find ourselves rooting for her and Deacon. But good person? Isn't this the woman who, not 3 years ago, shot her son and his wife before leaving them for dead in an alley? Is Sheila not the premier CBS soap villainess who has committed heinous crime after heinous crime for decades on end? What is this good person nonsense? Sure, Sheila has mellowed, but she is not exactly what we would call a good person. Maybe a shades of gray person now, but good? Yeah, just no. For 2 full weeks, we wondered what happened between Liam and Hope after she let him know that she was no longer wearing Carter's engagement ring. We also wondered what happened between Carter and Daphne when he found her sad songing at open mic night. Welp, apparently nothing. Hope still has no idea what she wants to do about Liam, while Liam is still longing for Hope and debating when the right time is to make his big move, and Daphne is asking Carter about the status of his relationship with Hope. Really? Nothing happened with these 2 couples during a 2-week period? What kind of soap opera is this? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Brooke Logan and Hope Logan could be about to strike at vulnerable Sheila Carter. They do not approve of Deacon Sharp being with Sheila, and now that they are somewhat estranged, Deacon's baby mama and daughter might see an opportunity to get him away from the witch. Hope and her brother, Deke Sharp, want Deacon to have a normal wife, not one with 8 toes and 0 morals. Deacon and Taylor Hayes are doing therapy sessions and growing closer by the minute. Deacon and Taylor are so aligned that Sheila is jealous. Maybe Brooke and Hope pick up on this as well, and finagle to push out Sheila and push Taylor toward Deacon. If the knives come out, Hope and Deke will start to bad talk Sheila to their dad. Thus far, they have towed the line and been polite but disapproving of Sheila. Adding to the impetus, Brooke could nudge Taylor toward Deacon. Brooke has a vested interest in keeping Taylor occupied, so that she leaves her husband Ridge Forrester alone. Could Brooke and Taylor conspire against Sheila? A third attack could come from Hope and Brooke together. They have a vested interest in seeing Deacon happy and believe that Sheila is not the woman who can do that. It is tempting to sympathize with Sheila and her remarkable turnaround, but we are seeing shades of the old Sheila as she semi-stalks Taylor. Sheila also lied about Luna Nozawa being alive and having non-consensual sex with Will Spencer, resulting in pregnancy. And there is more that Deacon doesn't know about. Sheila got Remy a job with Bill Spencer, which is how he met Luna. Deacon suddenly has a lot of Sheila's baggage to unpack. Do you think he is better off without his current wife? What happens next on the CBS soap? What we have here is a potential win-win situation for Brooke, Deke, and Hope. If they can manage to break up Deacon and Sheila, they eliminate her presence and bad influence. And if they can nudge Deacon toward Taylor, he can presumably find happiness while neutralizing Taylor's threat to Bridge. What do you think of some soapy meddling for Taycon and away from Shecon? Be sure to catch up on everything happening Bull with the Bold and the Beautiful right now. Come back here often for the hottest B&B updates, news, and spoilers. Get comfortable and gain access to the best soap intel on the web. Bold and Beautiful left us last week on the precipice of two significant twists that could have life-changing ramifications for the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers. Indeed, the groundwork has been laid for a grand and evil reunion with potentially harrowing consequences. Twist 1 involves the foreshadowing surrounding Deacon's failing marriage to Sheila. Deacon's conversations with his concerned children and his growing bond with world-renowned psychiatrist T.M. Taylor Hayes are leaving little doubt that he's about to dump his wife. Despite Sheila's claims of being changed and reformed, it's practically a given that her hurt and anger over losing her husband will lead her down the familiar old pathway to destruction, and we don't mean her own. Meanwhile, Twist 2 is taking shape over at the prison, where Luna's scheme to play on Will's sympathies using their unborn child appears to be on the verge of being declared a triumphant success. Luna may not be able to manipulate Dollar Bill at this point, but that doesn't mean Will can't. His son's concern for his baby could persuade Bill and Katie to allow her to return to the Spencer estate. It's ludicrous, of course, when solitary confinement is right there, but this is bold and beautiful after all. With Luna out of prison and Sheila on the rampage, what we have developing is the perfect recipe for disaster. Two evil, wicked witches set to reunite and wreak havoc on those who have wronged them. If our hunch is correct, no one on Bold and Beautiful will be safe this Halloween. Bold and the Beautiful teases as Hope Logan is newly single and Liam Spencer wanting to get back with her. But we haven't seen a lot of action on that front. That is all about to change. We're going to talk about what's next for Liam and Hope as we head into November sweeps, which kicks off next week. So, Carter Walton took that engagement ring off Hope's finger when he saw she couldn't shake her attraction to Liam or her love for her ex-husband. Finally, we can see Hope and Liam are on the precipice of a reconciliation, but they're not moving forward. Not yet. We know Hope's wanted to be with Liam for a while, but they hit a roadblock during the fake cancer ordeal when he sent Hope back to Carter. He told her to be with him, get back with him, because Liam wanted Beth to have a good stepdad after he died. And then Liam didn't die. Hope realized that maybe she could get a happily ever after with Liam, but she was engaged to Carter, and so Hope was torn. But Carter saw what was happening, and he did the right thing. He stepped aside. He let her go. And then Hope ran right over to do the daddy-daughter dance thing with Liam and Beth, and he saw, okay, Carter's ring isn't on her finger anymore. And then nothing. Nothing. Right. This week, Deacon Sharp is advising Hope to go back to Liam and make things work. Deacon said, don't let it slip away. You know, your chance at happiness, because he's dealing with marital issues. But Hope's telling Deacon and Brooke Logan that she is not sure what the future holds for her and Liam. Hope certainly seems to be on a path to rekindle with Liam, but we've not seen them in a room together that I can recall since that daddy-daughter dance scene at the Logan mansion. Brooke and Ridge Forrester recently got back together, and they remarried for the zillionth time, and they've been blah since then. So, we need some romance. We need some excitement. At the forefront is Deacon and Sheila Carter on the cusp of splitting. They're estranged right now, and poor Will Spencer having to deal with his pregnant rapist. So, I'd like some romance. I'm hoping that something exciting comes for Hope and Liam, and it comes soon. Brad Bell could be planning a slow burn. That's very typical of Bold and the Beautiful, but given how long Liam has been without a woman, it's way past overdue. We don't need that slow burn. And Hope's been thinking about Liam for quite a while. So, this slow burn should be at the point of exploding into flames. I hope the romance between them picks up the pace very soon. Let's talk about what is next for Hope and Liam. The first thing we expect is to see Hope and Liam have a first date. It might even be at Il Giardino, since Deacon's pushing Hope about Liam this week, telling her to open her heart up to him and, don't let him get away. Deacon and Brooke might even set Hope and Liam up for a first date, unknowingly drawing each of them to Il Giardino. I could see them doing that. I'm sure Hope would love a romantic first date with Liam, so that's the first thing I think we need to see. Second, I think Hope needs to come clean. She needs to bare her soul to Liam and tell him Carter was just a passing fancy. She needs to tell Liam she has also realized that her relationship with Thomas Forrester wasn't healthy, and Hope should own her part in the breakup of their marriage. So, she kind of had that conversation with Ridge the other day when they were talking about designers and stuff. But that's a conversation that Hope also needs to have with Liam. So yeah, I think she needs to explain that she went off the rails. She owes that to Liam. I think it's long overdue on Bold and the Beautiful. However, the failure of their marriage is not all on Hope. Even though she was hot for Thomas, Liam shares blame for the breakdown of their marriage because his heart was divided, and for the longest time, half of it belonged to Steffy Forrester. Hope felt that every day. So that leads us to what I think should come next, and that's Liam needs to bare his soul, come clean, and make it clear that he has cut his heart ties to Steffy romantically. We should get to see Liam confessing to Hope that he sees that Steffy is with her soulmate Finn Finnegan, and that Liam is completely and truly over any romantic feelings for Steffy. Liam needs to say out loud to Hope, "Steffy and I are just co-parents. There's never going to be any romance between us again. Nothing sexual, nothing at all." That needs to be addressed and clarified so Hope gets closure and knows that she will never have to settle for less than all of Liam's heart, because that was a big deal breaker for her in the past. Of course, Steffy and Liam will always have a connection because of Kelly Spencer. They'll be co-parents, but nothing else. Plus, Hope and Steffy are finally in a good place, which is great after many years of fighting over Liam, and I want them to stay in a good place. Something else that I think all Lope fans have been waiting to see is a true reunion, and for Hope and Liam to make love soon with no ghost of the past or other people between them. So, we get their true soulmate vibe, that whole destiny feel. The last time Hope and Liam were intimate, if you remember, it's been years ago. Hope was actually fantasizing about Thomas at the time. So, I feel like the viewers need, and they need, a palate cleanser to sweep that out of the way and show that Hope and Liam still have not only love for each other, but also that spark and that sizzle. I think we could also start to see Hope and Liam reconnect emotionally, and I don't think it'll be too long before we see them reconnect physically also. And once they do, I think their feelings will deepen and their reunion is going to pick up some velocity. The last thing is that I suspect we may see is that Hope and Liam get engaged and they get remarried ASAP. Scott Clifton did this interview on the Emmy red carpet, and he said the whole point of what Hope and Liam have just gone through, it can't be for nothing. So he's on board with Lope. But also, I just don't think that Hope and Liam can really move forward until they address these issues, until they say it out loud, say it in words, and get closure on the problems. These fundamental problems that tore their last marriage completely apart, things that have been festering for literally years. There was Steffy, there was Thomas, and there was that endless love triangle. There was Liam's heart being torn, Hope feeling less than, Hope engaging in this rivalry, and fighting someone else for him. And now that's all done. So after Liam and Hope have a heart-to-heart, which is, as I say, overdue, I don't think it's going to be very long before Liam pops the question and they remarry. I don't see them wasting any time on a long engagement, so I can't wait to see what's next. And with sweeps kicking off Thursday, October 30th, we should see some momentum soon for Hope and Liam. This week's B&B preview hints at a new romance blooming, while one couple reunites. October 27th, 31st will be filled with many romantic shakeups on The Bold and the Beautiful. This week's video reveals one couple is ready to make their reunion official, while another pair shares a tender moment. Here's a sneak peek of what's ahead. Taylor has been helping Deacon during their therapy sessions. However, this week, it's he who ends up helping Taylor. Talk switches from Deacon and Sheila to Taylor and Ridge. Deacon knows it was tough for Taylor watching Ridge reunite with Brooke again. Although Taylor doesn't want to talk about it, Deacon gets her to open up. Deacon encourages Taylor to leave Ridge in the past and open up to new joy. His words resonate with Taylor, who becomes emotional and leads to Deacon comforting her. As Deacon wipes away her tears, the two look lovingly at each other, almost as if they're about to kiss. Could this finally be the beginning of the T-Con romance we've been waiting for? Deke is making himself comfortable as Forrester Creations' new hire. He's already gained a friend in Elektra, but that could change because of Deke's boyfriend. Deke has kept his relationship with Remy private, but this week, everyone learns about the couple. Elektra, Ivy, and Hope are in the showroom with Deke asking about his boyfriend. Deke surprises them by bringing Remy in, and Elektra is shocked to see him. Deke doesn't know anything about Remy and Elektra's past, but he's about to get an earful. Remy seems remorseful for his actions toward Elektra and will apologize, but odds are she won't believe him. Remy's going to have his work cut out earning back Elektra's trust along with Deke, who might be rethinking their relationship. So far, things are going smoothly for the newly reunited Hope and Liam, but that could change with Liam's next move. He wants to make things official with Hope and proposes to her. Hope is surprised and needs a moment to give Liam an answer. She loves Liam and is happy they're back together. Yet, their previous attempts at marriage didn't end well. It's understandable she might be a little gun-shy about walking down the aisle again. Will Hope's fears keep her from accepting Liam's proposal? Or will she throw caution to the wind and become Mrs. Liam Spencer again? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal there are 3 must-see moments for the week of October 27th, 2025. Fans can expect Deacon Sharp to kiss Taylor Hayes. Liam Spencer proposes to Hope Logan. Also, Luna Nozawa seems slated to make another move to get out of prison. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Let's start off with Deacon, who has been getting therapy from Taylor. However, right off the bat, Deacon seemed to gush about how incredible the therapist was. Then, in a preview clip for next week, Deacon asks Taylor why she can't forget about Ridge Forrester and move on to something new. Taylor has a tear streaming down her face. So, I think they not only discuss Sheila Carter Sharp, but Ridge and Brooke Logan Forrester as well. At the same time, it seems this romance could be kept secret between Deacon and Taylor. When Steffy Forrester Finnegan returned, she quizzed her mom about men. At that time, Taylor kept quiet and could continue to do so. However, I wonder if Sheila will find out and make Taylor's life a living hell. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the week of October 27th reveal that another must-see moment focuses on low pay. After getting encouragement from Bill Spencer, Katie Logan, Cheetos, and Will Spencer, Liam makes a bold move. The young man holds out an engagement ring and asks Hope to put their family back together again. While Hope does love Liam, I'm not sure if she wants an instant reunion. She might want to take her time and make sure Liam's changes are as permanent as he claims. At the prison, Luna has already had her prison cellmate beat her up. Then, she convinced the prison doctor to get Will down there. While Will just walked out, he could continue to be worried about the baby. Could Will end up getting Luna out of prison, just like Bill did all those months ago? If Will goes this route, it will be a huge mistake, and he'll definitely lose Elektra Forrester forever. So stay tuned. Which storyline are you looking forward to seeing the most during the week of October 27th 2025. Share your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember to keep watching the soap on CBS or Paramount Plus to find out what happens next. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers hint that Liam Spencer and Hope Logan's wedding could send Thomas Forrester over the edge. Will a dangerous mental health setback play out for Thomas as Hope and Liam prepare to tie the knot? Thomas and Paris Buckingham called off their engagement, which obviously left him pretty distraught. Paris was supposed to be Thomas's path forward after Hope couldn't commit to marriage, but that obviously didn't pan out. Thomas admitted to Ridge Forrester that he was feeling lost both personally and professionally. In addition to his Paris split, Thomas isn't satisfied creatively without a project to sink his teeth into. It may sting when Thomas gets updates on the new direction that revived hope for the future is headed in. Thomas may long for the days when he was the designer bringing Hope's vision to life. Now Deke'S Sharp and the others on Hope's team are getting the job done instead. Thomas may feel like it's been one blow after another since he lost Paris, watched Ridge Forrester break Taylor Hayes' heart, and isn't part of HFTF anymore. However, the worst blow may come in the form of Hope and Liam's upcoming wedding. It looks like Hope will accept Liam's engagement ring and agree to become his wife once again. B&B fans will recall how hesitant Hope was when it came to accepting Thomas's own marriage proposal. Despite Thomas' repeated attempts to get Hope on board, she just couldn't make that level of commitment to him. Hope wore Thomas' ring on a chain that she placed on her neck, which says a lot about the limbo they were stuck in. After Hope puts Liam's ring on her finger and starts planning their nuptials, it could push Thomas right over the edge. This could pave the way for Thomas to return and go off the rails. So stay tuned to see whether he might crash the ceremony or cause some other chaos. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Hope and Liam's wedding news could be tough on Thomas, so we'll keep you posted on his reaction. On The Bold and the Beautiful, Brooke and Ridge are married once again, but Luna's unexpected resurgence has thrown everything into chaos. While the drama in Los Angeles heats up, the woman behind Brooke is stepping into a new creative spotlight of her own. Catherine Kelly Lang took to social media to make a big announcement, and this time, it's not about Brooke's love life. It's about fashion, film, and a new way for fans to connect directly with her. On Instagram, Lang wrote, "You've all been so supportive and enthusiastic about this fashion short film since the very first clips we shared before the summer. I had initially planned to release it in August, but as I mentioned during the summer, I decided to hold off in order to create something even bigger, a more immersive experience that truly reflects my vision." Attached to the post was the teaser trailer again for Beyond the Lens, Catherine Kelly Lang. The caption continued, "Today, I'm thrilled to officially announce the launch of my all-new digital fan club, where all my projects will live. Inside, you'll find exclusive content, digital premieres, behind-the-scenes moments, and so much more that won't be available anywhere else." She explained where fans can subscribe, and further announced her film would be premiering on Monday, October 27th, available exclusively on my fan club, UAE. The comment section lit up fast. "Always beautiful and graceful and a perfect reminder that age is just a number," one fan wrote. Another chimed in with, "You're amazing inside and out, Kelly," while someone else added simply, "Living legend." There was plenty of excitement too. "Can't wait," one follower shared. Another wrote, "That's fantastic news, and I'm so curious to get to know this sweet and cute superwoman Kelly even better." One fan called her energy, while another wrote, "Fashion icon." More fans poured in with love. "You are the queen, the one and only queen of Bold and the Beautiful. I adore you." "Mighty," said one. "So excited to be able to be a part of it. Fantastic news. Can't wait," added another, and one follower lovingly commented, "Love this. You are gorgeous, and your energy is amazing. Looking forward to your story," wrote a follower. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for the next 2 weeks suggest some curveballs. From October 27th to November 7th, fans can expect Deke'S Sharp to deceive Sheila Carter Sharp. Will Spencer continues to be conflicted about the baby. That could lead to Luna Nozawa continuing her extreme freedom scheme. Keep reading, and let's talk about what is coming up in the CBS soap opera. Before getting to the two-weekers, let's talk about what is coming up from October 27th to 31. Fans will see Deacon continue to feel torn when it comes to Sheila. The woman is absolutely okay with Deacon getting therapy from Taylor. She just wants to make sure that Taylor is really trying to help save her marriage. Of course, we don't see Taylor making inappropriate moves or comments. That's all Deacon. Sheila might start to get suspicious as more time goes on. We know from a weekly preview clip that Deacon urges Taylor to forget about Ridge Forrester. As he tells the therapist to try something new, he moves in for a passionate kiss. However, Taylor could stay silent for a number of reasons. One is that Deacon is her patient, and she could lose her medical license. The other is that she could be worried about what Sheila will do when she finds out the truth. Fans will also see Luna Nozawa continue to get beat up on purpose to get out of prison. Bill Spencer won't fall for it again, and even warned Will and Katie Logan. However, the mother and son are worried about the baby, so they could do something they shouldn't. During the week of November 3rd, fans will see how Hope responds to Liam's marriage proposal. While she could say yes, I wonder if her heart is really in it. Hope mentioned that Liam hasn't always been the easiest person to be with. Hope also told Brooke Logan Forrester that she just wanted to live in the moment. So, I'm not sure if marriage is on her bingo card right now. If Ridge suspects that Deacon and Taylor have a fling, he will blow up. That could cause some issues for Taylor, as she is a grown woman. The Bold and the Beautiful. Spoilers indicate some major moments during the week of October 27th to 31st, plus a flurry of casting news. The fashion industry can be a revolving door where characters debut, only to leave, and then return. So who's coming and who's going over the next 5 days? Time to find out. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers reveal that John Finn Finnegan's mom will return to storylines as Naomi Matsuda reprises her Dr. Lee Finnegan role. Expect to see the Mama Bear during the episodes on Monday, October 27th, Tuesday, October 28th, and Thursday, October 30th. In addition, Beth Spencer will also take center stage in storylines next week, as Jordan Gracie will appear on Monday, October 27th, Tuesday, October 28th, and Thursday, October 30th episodes too. Ivy Forrester is back. B&B fans will also get to see Ivy Forrester during the week of October 27th, as Ashley Brewer will reprise the role. She'll have scenes during the Halloween show, Friday, October 31st, and share dialogue with Hope Logan, Electra Forrester, and Daphne Rose. In other news, Remy Price will also be on the October 31st episode, as Christian Weissman reprises the villainous character. Fans will recall that he was Electra's stalker, so, as he is showing up at the Forrester Fashion House on the Halloween show, it looks like the drama will explode. Finally, Thorsten Kaye took his B&B Ridge Forrester character and did a crossover storyline on the soap's sister show Beyond the Gates during the week of October 2024. All of Ridge's scenes took place at Forrester Creations in LA, on the phone with other BTG characters, so he did not actually make the trek to Fairmont Crest. He offered Danny Dupree, played by former B&B alum Carla Mosley, a modeling contract. However, the condition was that her husband, Andre Richardson, was to be included in the shoots. Andre rejected the idea, so Danny had to too. This launches a new storyline surrounding Andre and a secret, so it'll be interesting if Ridge ever returns to the show for another crossover arc. What storyline are you looking forward to most during the week of October 27th? Comment below. Watch your favorite CBS soap daily, and check out this site often for the best Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, news, and updates.